Hello guys, it's Susanna here. This is where I'm up to with my little fox. I've just got him pinned. I thought I'd show you him put together and you get to see my big mess as well. But yeah, his head is pretty big. So I was actually thinking he probably needs to have a vest. So I'm just going to put this up here and over the top. Place it down and proceed to work. And I've just sort of pinned him down and had him leaning on there, so move this out the way, and then had the body on there. I'm thinking this might be a really nice fabric to do a vest, and I've got this that I'm going to just do something. That's something I might do off camera, and you know, but for now I'm going to finish putting it together and see how this little guy turns out. Now, where have we got? I've got these are all the pieces. I need my where is it? Hang 10. I'm just going to be getting some glue. Okay, so I'm back. So I'm back to putting the body together, and what I'm going to do is we put the tail in there in the middle, and then we put the leg there and the leg there, and they're in the actual book they have them facing outwards like that, which I think is really cute. And for it to sit up, the legs sits there like that. So what I would like to do is just one bit at a time. So I'm going to take out, even though it took me a little bit to get it put in, take out the one leg and the one body. So I'll do that again. I folded it over, just did a fold over like that, and I'm thinking I'm going to do a bit of glue, and so I've stuffed it up until that point. So I'm going to put a bit of glue, and there is the join here on the side. Actually, I might even glue that down so that doesn't move either. Okay, don't want anything moving on me. Might do the same for over here. Whoop. Okay, glue, glue, glue. It's just temporary until we hand stitch it the other way, because it is a little bit near, and as you can see, threads everywhere. And I've stuffed it to this point, not completely full, because once you put the legs in, I'm just going to have it sitting. So okay, now it was this way and this leg was that way, and it's going to go out, isn't it? So it's going to be that way. Okay, so I'll just get the glue on that side and on that side, and find the edge like that, put that down, and we're going to put it in a fair bit, by about that much, hopefully you can see that, and right on the edge, and then I hold that down. Okay, I had them all glued in, but I just think it is easier to do one at a time. So I've got this, which is the Wonder Fill, and I'm just going to go in here on the side. They've got a saying that, you know, you do a stitch like that, but what I want to do is I'm going to go up and back. Okay, and do, I'm hoping to do a back stitch actually. Yep. I mean, you can probably put it all in there and do it by machine, but I just don't think you're going to get what you want. Okay, there. And I'm going to check both sides as well. We want it to look half decent both sides. And that's probably going to be a painful process. So it might be something that I'll do off camera. So that you guys don't have to, yeah, sorry, you sit and watch. Okay. Oh, see, painful. So I think in the book, I might grab the book and show you what they recommend. Still may do that anyway. Okay, yeah, they just said, see, to stitch it sort of going around and around, which yeah, might be an okay thing too. I still might do a little slip stitch with the both of them once both legs are down. Just checking. When you do a stitch like this and you're going back and forth, it can look great on one end and terrible on another. Yeah. As long as it looks okay on the front end, I suppose. But okay, so then in the middle you put your that's going to go that way, so you do it from the back. Okay, poke, starting to do that. So because and that's why we have it sitting there like that and fairly flat there. How did I do it? Okay, I don't particularly want to put it in there just yet, but that'll go into the basically in the middle, which it will sit that way, and I want that side to show, so I'm going to put it that way, and that'll sit there like that. So I hope you get the idea of how to do it. You could probably put them all in and pin it, and then maybe even go on the machine if you feel brave enough, but the way I did the arms and legs and everything, it just wasn't working. So we'll see how I go. It's just a little bit of a tricky process, but it's going to be worth it in the long run. Here you go, you can sort of see what I've done there, stitching it, and then I might just do a little slip stitch either side. So I'll be back. Okay, I'm back again. Now that's the back side of it, and I've stitched it along there, so I've turned it around and I'm going along the front, and I'll where are we? I'll zoom it in a little bit and I'll show you what I'm doing here. Okay, so it looks fairly neat on the front. So what I'm doing is So I'm catching, I've done this same technique on the back. So I'm catching some of the actual leg itself and just doing a little slip stitch to catch that in. I mean, the reason why it's a little bit flat here, and it will be flat here, it's so that this guy can sit up nicely. Okay, so you catch some of that, and not this same technique I did on the other side. So when you get to where it's just this, I'm just going to catch both of those. Yeah, you definitely want to make sure that it ain't going anywhere. Catching both of them. On the other side I didn't catch the both, I just thought I'll do that on the front. Once again, we're catching the actual tail. I've just used a white thread so it's not as noticeable because it's mainly white. Okay, and then through, there we go. I just want to be 100% secure that they aren't going to be going anywhere. Okay, now we can catch the actual leg again. So you do that on both sides. And it doesn't matter if you do a bit of a botchy job, because you don't see it. Okay, I'm going to just sew those two bits together, and I'm going to grab that last bit, tie a knot, and then I might do that again. Tie a knot and then come through and snip. And then when it sits, that's going to be sitting there like that, and the legs sitting there like that. And see, it hasn't even got the head on, and it's already sitting okay. Where are we? Probably zoom out again. Oop, out. There we go. Yeah, see? That's why it's a little bit flat, because that sits in on itself, and then this balances it out. So it's sitting rather cutely without any little legs. It does look a little strange when you dangle it down like that, but this fox is made to sit. Okay, now what we are going to do with the head, so I had this pin. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to stick it on there. You probably won't get to see the fox, and I actually pressed it in a little bit because I just thought it was so big, it needed to be pressed in. And I'm definitely going to stitch that down that way and stitch that down, but I'm going to show you how to stitch that. So put the body aside, and then we're going to get out all the bits and pieces, and it's based on, I'll grab this out, it's a bit of a big piece, but it is based on this eye here. So okay, now I've got all the bits and pieces here like that. Here's the white, brown, don't need the green. What other colour did we have? And the brown. There we go. So what I'm going to do, and I'll probably go in for that as well because it's rather small. We're basing it on that one. So I'm going to draw in the middle of that. Wanted to do it with a do a bit of an eye. Doesn't matter too much if we go. Okay, so we're going to get the black and get a bit of a smaller thread, and then we're just going to do a stem stitch. Okay. I'm going to go across, probably a little bit more on the bottom, yeah, to make it a bit smaller. Not always the easiest piece. There we go. I think I did the eye first and then did the other stuff around it. Okay. Okay. Get these a little bit more just here. Okay. So we finish that off. I'm going to keep that black because I'm going to need the black to actually sew it onto here and on the nose as well. So, but okay. Now we have got the brown. Actually, what I might do is put a bit of that on there like that. That's going to be that way. So just stick that on there like that. That way we don't have to hold it, and then I'll use this goldy colour and stitch that through all the layers. And we're going to come in a little bit, but so this is just going to be a running stitch through all the layers to hold that down, and make sure you come back in that hole. Okay. It's little and it's fiddly, but it's all good. Put that there. Thing comes out again using a small. Okay, well, you get what I'm meaning. I'll just pause it for a sec. See, just doing that and then a running stitch around the outside. Okay, we are back again. Done the running stitch. Now we're just going to do a stem stitch over the top in the white, which gives it that highlight. I might sit down because it's pretty, gets too blurry otherwise. Okay, I'm going to do this first because it needs to cover a fair bit of it. might be a little bit of a small bit missed there. Okay. Hold that down. Now there's got two little dots on either side there, which I have done with this, but that is going to be held down with a French knot as well. So now, so we finish that off. And then we get the brown. Yep. Probably should have done the two dots after, but that's okay. Doesn't matter how it looks on the bottom, as long as it looks good at the front, which it does so far. Now this is this part. Here's another thing. Here we go. Here's the needle. Okay. Now what we're going to do is from here to around there, we're going to do a very small stem stitch. Just starting underneath where the white is, and that's just to shape the eye a little bit and make the brown, the black stand out. So there. Go back in that same hole. Not always easy when you're having to hold it as well. Okay, back through that same hole. Okay. Yep. Hopefully you guys can see this. There we go. Coming back around until you get to the white underneath there. Now, do it that way. So when you're down to there, we are going to start by doing the little the lines, and I sort of based it to go in between these here, and then in, and you go all the way around, and you sort of go in between. I'll show you. So you go in between there. So there's another one here. Go there. Oop. I think it may have made a knot. Yep. So we're going to undo that knot. There we go. I think that white stuff is all. So here's another one. Just go there. Coming in. Yep. There. Coming in. And then okay. Pretty much going all the way around, just to, I didn't go all the way around on top of that one because the white is there, and that's the same. So I'll go all the way to there and I'll turn it off and I'll be back. Okay, I am back again. So I've just pinned them down, and what I'm going to do with the black is just start underneath there and just stitch that down. But for now, I'm just going to show you how we do the nose. In the book, it says just to do the nose like that. So we're going to go across and I think the black will work. I want to really make it stand out. So I'm going to start in the middle so the knot is, okay, 10. I may need more. Start there, and that way we can cover that knot. So now I'm thinking I wouldn't mind going all the way across to probably there. So what we're going to do is I might start there, go down. Oh, definitely may have to have a longer piece, and then we're going to go across because it's going to be may take a bit of persuasion. There we go. I'm going to go underneath where the white is, and we're going to completely cover from the white to the white all the way. See? So you're covering all that nose area. So that bit that's sticking out will be covered eventually. There we go. You can see that it is a very small piece of black. I'm definitely going to have to get more. Going over there like that. Slowly coming around. Yep. And I've marked it. Where I want to go up to, so I'm going to need a fairly decent size. I might have to finish up here and get some more black. Okay, which I definitely will. Seems a bit loose. Sorry, I'm bringing it towards me as I always do. I'm going to pull it a little tighter on all of them. Or even just pull it out and start with a really long back piece. That would make sense. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see him. Got a fairly long piece, but I'm probably gonna need a fair bit. But on whatever else I don't use, I'm going to use around the eye anyway. So look, I may start again with that knot. In the middle, and may start at the top. So we'll go this way this time. Oh, good grief. I make something easy become difficult. Okay. It's a fairly big piece of black. I probably don't need one quite that big, but you know. Okay. I am going to cut this off. And pull that out. Because I think the black that I've got now is plenty big enough. And it wasn't fairly tight. There we go. There we go. Now, you know what? I am going to use a bigger thread. Bear with me, people. Bear with me. And then in order to stick the head onto the body, we are going to do like a ladder stitch. Okay, here we go. Seems to be there's bits of thread everywhere. Stuffing. Okay. Stem stitch, go from that one side to the other. I think it's getting the fluff is coming off the of this. Okay. We're making progress, people. We're making progress. Hopefully you can see that. There we go. You sort of want to pull tight, but at the same token, you don't. Because I don't want it to be flat, if you know what I mean. Okay, well, you get the drift. Anyway, I'm going to stop this and I'll be back when the end of that nose is covered. Okay, I'm back again. Finished the nose, I've stitched that one on, and I've just pinned this one down, like as in glued this one down. And so what I'm going to do is I come in from here underneath. Okay, and we just do a little slip stitch, just catching that. Oh, be careful. And that's holding, grabbing it, and you're holding it down. I mean, if you want to, you can glue it. You just get craft glue, but at least you know everything else is stitched. And it's all going to be stitched down. I'm going to come back off camera and do a little white French knot in each of the corners. Just hold it down, go around underneath, up. Now I'm going to get a bit of blush or lipstick or whatever it is and put some rouge just here, just on the bottom. Give it a bit of, and if you want to, while you've got black, you could probably almost even do some eyebrows. Just remembering on the original pattern all it had was one little dot, so I just think because the head is so big it really needs decent size eyes. So now when we put the head on, we are going to be doing a ladder stitch, which is the same stitch as we did to hold the back of the head on. I will show you. Now, what I do when it comes to doing the last stitch, it's like that, is I get a knot. Okay, go down, go all the way down to the back and pull. That's it, until you hear it go click, and that knot will go through. So when you come back down here, do the same, do a knot, okay, then you go back through the same hole, go back up, pull, there you go, so you don't see the knots. Now, okay, I am going to get some white thread. So now this is the part which can be a little tricky. So looking rather cute. I'm going to zoom right out. Oh, hang a minute. Until it is not zoomable anymore. There we go. I think it's right. Now, the head, I'm going to sort of stick it in a bit. And, okay, because it does seem awfully wide and big. Okay, so I'm going to stick that there, sort of on that angle like that. See, there we go, like that. Then we get some pins. I might even actually get some longer pins. Now, just see if it's okay. Sorry guys, when he's sitting down. Okay. I had a bit of a, here we go. I'll let go in. Let's find out whether that's where you want the head or not. Okay, so what I'm going to do is this. Might need a bigger needle. This is one of the trickiest parts. It can be very annoying to try and stick the head on. Okay, so we'll start here on the inside, come up there like that, then grab some of the back, this, that, we are thinking that we were going to see some of the fox, but no. So we're just going to go all the way along like that. This is probably where a longer doll needle may be handy. Yep. Which I do have somewhere. Okay, going to this point, give it a good pull. Okay. Okay. Okay, keeps coming out all the time, but it's not looking too bad actually. Looks better than what I expected it to be. Sometimes you surprise yourself. Okay. Okay. Catch that. And I might put that away. Okay, give it a good tug. Bit of thread from the top, which is annoying. Be careful not to cut any of that. And keep going until you get to the end of this. Catch. Once again, give it a good pull. Now, once it's that way, if that's all you want to sew it on, you can, but I am going to go and pull it back this way and have it so it's sewing on the other end as well. So arms and legs everywhere. This way. Doing the ladder stitch, it sort of hides any of the stitches as well, which is good. I mean, if you want to, you can always stick a bit of glue in there. Oh, pull it. That's why I get a needle with a long eye. And at this point you will be pretty much done, apart from putting a little bit of rouge. But I'm going to come back and I'm giving this little guy a vest. So that's something I'll do on my own. You may see that in the thumbnail. Look, pulling it towards myself. Give it a pull. Okay. Now you can see the knot on this side because that is the underneath. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, sorry guys, just give it a stitch and a pull. It's so annoying when that thread keeps coming out. 43 minutes, I know, but we're on the home stretch, guys. Anything worth doing is worth doing well. Okay. Might do it again. Always better to be safer than sorry. And then I'm going to come back out through here and cut. There we go. Now when he sits, legs like that, and it's attached at the back, and his head will be forward, so it'll be tilting forward and sitting like that. Okay, I like it. Can almost sit on his own, but I like the way that it's tilting forward. If you really want to, you could probably even put a little dab of glue there to make sure that it stays down that way. But pretty much our little guy is done. Now I usually have a bit of rouge in here. A bit of a longer than normal video. That's okay. And I've got an old lipstick that I use. And I might put a little bit on my finger. Grab a tissue. Just want to give him a bit of a cheek. Normally I do this with a what's her name? Cotton bud. Which probably would be better. I may come back with a cotton bud and really give that a good rub in. There we go. Rather cute. Okay, I find that lipstick doesn't rub off as easy, so and it's going to more likely stay on there. Whereas rouge may not. Okay, oh, he's cute. Got a bit of rosy cheeks. Now what I'm going to do with the I've got this bit of fabric and I quite like it, so I'd like to make that into a vest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure from there to there. And probably have it going to around the side. I'm probably going to have it maybe this long. So this is how you, if you want to make anything, and I'll have it going like that. So you definitely want to have a little vest going like that. So I'll probably got to go around there. It's going to be a bit of an odd shape, but it's going to suit him. It'll be personalised to him, but that's how we're going to do it. So get the measurement from the top of that to, where's a pencil? Okay, we'll do it around the side, top of that, and that's got to go around that way. There we go. And then maybe probably about there, coming out in the middle. Okay, that'll go underneath there. So I'll cut two of those, like with fabric, and that'll go that way. And I'm probably going to have it coming in like that as well. Maybe a bit more like a vest, if you know what I mean. Going both sides, there you go. And then when you get to the other side, which we will do, there to there. And I generally, I'll see how big this is. So you get, because you're going to add that to that, and then you go something like that anyway, which will be the back. So it's a bit wider than what it should be. I'll make it to be the right size, but that's how you want to do a little bit of a vest, and you'll probably see the vest in the thumbnail. Okay guys, well I hope you enjoyed it. It was a little tedious at times. His little nose, yeah, got a bit of a funny little point on it, but it is rather cute. Yeah, so it was a little tedious at times, but it turned out okay in the end. And this one is going to look nice sitting on a shelf or on your bed or wherever it is. So the photo that I'm going to end up taking will probably be it sitting like that on my bed with this little vest on, looking rather cute. I'm glad I did these eyes. I quite like them. Okay guys, well I'll catch you in the next video, which will be me finishing off some projects. So something that I started quite a long time ago, and I'm going to finish off and do some projects. Sorry that this was such a long video, but that's just how it goes sometimes. It takes a little bit of time. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.